I always wanted to build custom bikes. You know what I mean? That was like kind of the dream I had was build custom motorcycles. But once I got deeper into the upholstery side of things, I started to see that like I enjoyed that like almost as much, if not the same amount as I did building these bikes. And what I noticed was just the demand for upholstery was so like when I opened the stitch company, I basically had nothing. You know what I mean? The guy I was working for, he stopped paying me. He stopped paying everyone. It kind of went off the radar, and like it was a shady ordeal. You know what I mean? He had like customers' cars locked up there. He had like a bunch of money from customers.
Oh, damn.
So I left there, and basically I was like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like, do I go work? Do I go work for someone else, or do I open my own thing? And I don't know. It's just like I just had like this moment of clarity where it was like, worst case scenario, I fail and I have to go work for someone else. And it was like in the back of my mind, I was like, I saw this shady dude run this business semi-successfully. I'm like, if he can do it, you know what I mean? I can make this work. So I opened the stitch company. I was living in a storage unit for like the first year. Business is good.
Business booming?
Yeah, business.
It's hard to get up with you because I still want to do that video like as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready whenever,
Yeah, fuck yeah. So let's start off with talking about the tank you own.
The van?
Yeah, did you drive it today?
Yeah, I got it out front.
Yeah. Are you trying to like make that are you trying to live off that thing, like solar panels and like?
I mean, not live off it, but eventually I'd like to convert it to where I can crash in it on trips.
That's dope.
But yeah, money well spent. I was looking at purchasing a new truck, a new pickup truck. I had that '77 F100.
Dude, that thing's sick.
Yeah, so I went and I was looking at prices of new trucks, and I'm like, this is absurd. You know what I mean? So I saw that van, and basically had everything I wanted, basically something I could keep motorcycles, boards in, and like half the price. I'm like,
really?
So wheels started turning.
Mercedes?
Nah, that's a Ram.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Ram ProMaster is what they call it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's sick, man. I love it.
Did you go on a lot of trips like that? Like
we've taken a few. Yeah, to Florida. Cool thing is I can keep everything in it. I don't got to take it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't got to worry about people boosting shit at Walmart.
Yeah, do you got like a kitchen in there yet or anything? Like,
I just now insulated it. Yeah, I've seen some shit where people just like.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff where it's like nicer than my condo. You know, and stuff people do in there.
Yeah, dude, that's tight. Like fold out beds, board racks.
Yeah.
Kitchen shit.
Yeah, I'd like to do a fold out, like a Murphy bed, like folds out of the wall.
Do you think about like taking a long trip like across the country?
Yeah, we're planning on going to Idaho soon to visit my brother.
Hell yeah.
And that's like
I think
multi-day. Yeah, Idaho's sick. Yeah.
Was there anything else in Idaho?
Well, he's in the corner. He's right at the base of the Teton mountain range. So it's like Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and it's right in the corner there. It's like Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. I mean, it's beautiful.
We had an idea. We want to take a skate trip. Cross-country skate trip. I'm not really sure that our destinations. Like,
I don't know. Idaho is the place to go to skate.
There's a dope cement. Yeah. There's a park right by my brother's place.
That's sick.
Big cement park.
We want to go to. So we made a pact when we were younger to go to Skatopia, and we wanted to go to take a trip up there.
Is Skatopia still open?
Where is
it? Probably not. Honestly, it's not. It's up in Ohio.
Yeah. I remember seeing like old footage of that place. It was just like they just kept building onto it, right? It's just like.
They have a crazy like wooden bowl and everything. We're like, that's punk rock as fuck. So we're gonna
for sure
take a trip and then go to like Nevada and Texas and Oregon.
That'd be sick.
Something like that. But we're trying to we thought about getting a van like that. Not like a nice one. We're probably. It's probably gonna be like what would you call it?
Well, there's one we've been looking at is a prison van.
Yeah,
it's
an old prison.
What is it? A Ford Econoline?
Oh shit! Let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can get vans pretty cheap. Like, like ugly, like rapier looking ones.
That's what we're going for.
Well, this guy,
I'm not trying to impress.
Yeah. I mean, if you want something like, and if you're taking a cross country trip, I mean, you gotta have somewhere to stay. Unless you got a bunch of money to blow.
Well, we like it because it's like extended because like they had to use it as a prison bus.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's a long wheelbase.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. It's either that or a
it's a
Chevy Express. I can't think of the Chevy ones that were used.
It's
My beef is it's
a
gonna
Ram.
Oh, it is a Ram.
It's a
Okay.
Ram
3500. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool though because it's like $2,500, but the guy like he's like basically like rebuilt the entire thing. Like the engine only has like 60 something thousand miles on it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a brand
sick.
new like oil pump, water pump, like all this stuff's like new tires. Like
Yeah,
we just
man.
have to like fix up the inside of the van.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, those older Rams are. It's a Dodge, right? What year is it?
It is a.
Surprise.
Yeah,
Surprise.
they're still like it's not a bad looking van.
Yeah, my beef is.
What color is it?
Oh, it's white.
It's
it
white.
looks ugly as shit.
It doesn't.
It is
Ugly.
ugly.
It's gotta be white.
But we
You
gotta
can
make
just
it.
like spray bomb it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were just gonna make it look crazy and
Yeah, it's
drive
gonna be
across
like
the
a-
country.
My thing is, we're gonna be like what 3-4 dudes, maybe a couple females.
Shit.
We're gonna be no.
It's a lot of people in a 3500.
Yeah, so I don't know how far I'll go traveling with 4 dudes and not get into a fist fight.
Bro.
Yeah, right.
Like,
We're gonna make it to fucking
Yeah, I
Colombia.
mean,
and I'm
you
gonna
know,
walk
I'll be able
home.
to sleep in that van.
that's what we're thinking, dude.
It's like some human trafficking shit.
Dude, yeah.
Okay, well the plan was
Shove in
more
there.
like just have the van because it's more comfortable to like have all of our shit in and like we
Yeah.
pretty much like camp places.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
go and,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I do like camping,
Yeah.
kind of.
So like
Like a
we'd
nice
have
mattress
tents
or
and
something.
stuff probably, and then just go like camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got one of those like those rails that like extend that you can adjust that collapse
What do you mean? What's it for?
for skateboarding.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you were
what?
talking
Yeah,
about-
it's upstairs in my shop. I
Really?
just saw it the other day. I like stepped on it. I'm like, dude, it's like a Zero brand collapsible
Yeah,
skate
is
rail,
it-
which would be sick. Let me know if you got you
Is
guys
it a
roll
rail
it
or a
take
flat
it.
bar?
It's square. It's like
Oh,
1x1
yeah.
square tube,
Love the flat bars.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. It like collapses like this, then it comes out, and then it slides apart. I mean, I don't know. It's
I had a cheap when I was younger and hurt myself.
yeah,
a
it'd be
lot.
sick to like throw
A little
up
bit better
like
now.
over little gaps or
Yeah, do that.
Heck yeah.
We'll definitely Jeff King our van. Just do some welding.
yeah, you
That'd be
could.
sick. Okay. So this was like your and Colin idea, but we were wanting to invest in a Legion of vans.
Oh yes.
What's
And-
that?
To just buy vans.
Or just
and
a
then-
fleet.
A fleet of
fleet.
vans. Yeah.
Invest
You-
in mobile real
So
estate.
my question is, if we one day bought, because you could rent out to people like Airbnb style.
Yeah, they
people-
do it. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
big.
it's really big on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
How much would it cost if we bought a bunch of shitty vans to like redo the
A lot.
do the reupholstery and
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the fabrication?
Yeah, the vans is like the people that are doing them. It's like mainly like carpenters, like skilled carpenters.
Oh, okay.
That's who's building these things. I mean, the
Yeah.
upholstery side of it is like a small chunk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
making cushions or curtains or. But yeah, most of it's like just like experienced carpenters and
Yeah.
electricians.
They're building houses.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's a mini. You know what I mean? It's like a mini
Yeah.
house.
That's fine for us though, because
Do you think we
we're
do?
none of those things.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
exactly.
they probably have 30, 40 grand on some of these.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
bro.
I mean,
But you have a van that's, essentially probably $70,000, $80,000.
I think it's a good investment still.
My only like trade
I don't
is
know.
like
I mean, it's
I don't know.
only-
I don't know a lot about like the numbers. I don't know
Yeah, that's true.
like how much they're renting them for. What you know?
oh, they're
Yeah.
kind of expensive.
Yeah.
It's like 200 a night or something.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wonder what you have to have insurance wise. Like, wonder if it's just.
Have your own insurance and just.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
the
don't know,
people would
man.
have to be insured that are driving it.
Dude,
That's
what if like
true.
they like kill somebody? Like like smash a family. You know what I mean? There goes all your vans.
I'd be like, that's not our van, dude.
No, that's,
like we don't know that.
well, honestly,
Yeah,
like,
that's
none of
the
these are
Snitchco.
registered.
That's the
None of-
Snitchco's van.
that's a big reason why we wanted to invest in like mobile real estate, is because if something like that happens, we just drive all of our vans somewhere else.
For sure, like just move around.
We live in Idaho now.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on down in Myrtle Beach, but this is a Canadian
We had
van.
nothing to do
This
with
is a
it.
Canadian van. We're gonna need to hire employees.
Like you're responsible to check all the lug nuts. It wasn't our job.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's our thing, dude.
You think we're gonna change the oil in that shit?
It's all on you. It's part of the massive service fee that you get on Airbnb.
Yeah, I mean it'd be cool, man. I mean, I'm sure there's money to be
Yeah.
made.
What you're going to Idaho in yours. Like, do you get with your buddies and go, or you just like you're like sneak away and go alone?
Yeah, no. Well, it's usually me and my fiance. My brother.
That sounds cool.
My brother lives out there, so we go out and visit him.
Yeah.
He's got 2 kids.
You guys on like surf trips together?
Yeah, my brother came to Nicaragua last time we went.
Oh shit! By the way, dude, congratulations
Yeah,
on
thank you, man.
getting engaged.
Yeah,
I saw on
pretty cool.
Facebook. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Find a dope chick, you hang on to her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I guess we should talk about business. When did you get started doing you did fabrication, right?
Well,
Is
yeah,
that the
I mean, trimmer, I guess would be my title.
Yeah.
You know, that's like someone who basically does upholstery in automobiles, airplanes, motorcycles. Where upholsterer is kind of, I find it more of like a term for furniture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't want to.
Yeah, trim shop, it's, you know, probably the correct terminology.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started sewing. I worked for a denim company, and basically the person that did the alterations at that denim company was like slacking, and like we'd always have problems getting stuff back, and one day I just bought a machine and just realized that like within the first couple times I was altering these jeans, that like my work was right at the level of, you know, someone had been doing it quite a long time, and I just basically I started doing that like part-time on the side, making extra money, and basically almost 4 or 5 years after that, then I got into like the automotive side. But there was like a gap where I didn't sew at all. I was just building motorcycles basically.
Oh yeah. Did you always want to do like that? I mean, it seems like you built like a lot of motorcycles. And
I've the two kind of went together. Like I learned to sew, you know, early on, and but was always into like hot rods, like motorcycles, like stuff that made loud noises, went fast.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I started doing. Is basically I took over my parents' garage up in Calabash, and was just like, I had like 4 or 5 bikes in there that I was building. A guy caught wind of what I was doing, and he asked me to come down and work at like a hot rod shop that was in town.
Alright, so what you're saying? Keep going.
Yeah, so I was building custom motorcycles in my parents' garage, and one day I was out riding one of them, and I kind of caught the eye of a guy that was running like a restoration shop who was basically building restored classic cars, and he made me an offer to basically come work for him. I started out just doing like assembly, like putting stuff back together, chrome trim, putting interiors together, and then he needed help on the upholstery side, so I, you know, kind of put 2 and 2 together and started sewing.
Yeah, going for that. You
Yeah.
said you had like, did you go through like an apprenticeship?
Yeah, I
What's up with
apprenticed. Yeah, I apprenticed with this guy. It was crazy, man. He ended up. We just didn't see eye to eye. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I got the best. I feel like I got the best lesson one could get, and that was how not to run a business.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's good, yeah.
For sure. I mean, you can learn all these things on supposedly how to, but learning how to run a business into the ground, you know, it's like, you know, seeing that firsthand was.
Caught a lot of mistakes before, you know.
For sure.
So
I mean,
you're
dude
not gonna
was like a con artist.
Oh yeah, dude, it seems like those are attracted to you, dude.
Dude, he was just like,
you got so many around.
He was just like, the way he would treat customers, man, and always like rob Peter to pay Paul, and just.
Oh yeah.
He was talented, but it's just we just didn't see eye to eye.
I feel like you just gotta do it the simplest way possible. Money up front. Here's the service.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, is that how business works? Man?
Yeah.
But it gets complicated, like you're saying, like they get the pay
You
together.
give me money.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Like people make it like sketchy and like complicated,
For sure.
Loans
For
and
sure.
like so.
Yeah, he would take like huge deposits, and I've learned one thing, like I don't want, like 9 times out of 10, I take just a material deposit, you know what I mean? Like where he was taking like half to 3/4 of the total job up front.
It's complicated.
And then what would happen is like once you get, and I've been through it too, even, running a business the way I run it, treating people right, is like you get all that money up front, and then it's like, it's easier to sit on those jobs. You know what I mean? Like where when you have just the material deposit, then you want to finish them so you can, get the rest of the money, the labor bill paid.
That's cool, dude. How fast does it take you to get through a job? 'Cause it seems like a lot. I've seen like
it just
some of your
depends.
pictures.
There's been jobs like recently. I had I did the first airplane I'd done, and it was like 100-some hours. You know what I mean, into it.
Damn, dude.
Which isn't like consecutive, but it's it adds up.
Yeah. The airplane was sick though.
Yeah, that thing was sick.
Did the dude take you like flying?
No, I haven't been up in it yet. No.
Damn, dude. I feel like you gotta.
I know, yeah.
We gotta try the seats out.
It's about time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when it goes on.
Alright, cool. I didn't format the card before I put it in there, so I'm just afraid of running memory.
Okay.
Why did you, if you're building cars and like motorcycles and shit, why did you decide to jump over to
that's funny because I always wanted to build custom bikes, you know what I mean? That was like kind of the dream I had was build custom motorcycles. But once I got deeper into the upholstery side of things, I started to see that like I enjoyed that like almost as much, if not the same amount as I did building these bikes. And what I noticed was just the demand for upholstery was so like when I opened the stitch company, I basically had nothing. You know what I mean? The guy I was working for, he stopped paying me. He stopped paying everyone. It kind of went off the radar, and like it was a shady ordeal. You know what I mean? He had like customers' cars locked up there. He had like a bunch of money from customers.
Oh damn.
So I left there, and basically I was like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like, do I go work for someone else, or do I open my own thing? And I don't know. It's just like I just had like this moment of clarity where it was like, worst case scenario, I fail and I have to go work for someone else. And it was like in the back of my mind, I was like, I saw this shady dude run this business semi-successfully. I'm like, if he can do it, you know what I mean? I can make this work. So I opened the stitch company. I was living in a storage unit for like the first year.
So you like were working out of a storage unit for it?
Yeah, living and working.
Bad idea, dude.
No, it's not.
You could open up shop in a storage unit and do a lot of things.
No, it's not, man.
Shady things. But
Wait, how's that work? Like, is there like ventilation in those things?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of shady. I mean it's definitely not legal because it's zoned commercial. So I had like 2 addresses. Like I was sending mail to one address, and but yeah, I mean basically the way it was is the storage unit I had like a small office in the corner.
Yeah.
And I had a window AC unit in that, and basically just a small living area.
Yeah.
And then the other side was like open garage space, and I was working in there just trying to, trying to make ends meet.
So there's like maintenance to that, right? Like, did you ever have someone walk around and like come and like see, like, what are you doing back here, man?
You mean like
the people that like manage the
storage? No. The dude knew. The dude that owns the place. Yeah. He was cool. Like as long as I paid my rent each month, you know what I mean. He didn't care. But yeah, I had times where it was like where it got weird, or like someone would like notice, you know what I mean, or like something would happen, like the door would be open on the front side and they would see like like I was living in there. But
Yeah.
I mean, it got to the point where I really didn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, as long as the customer is happy.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know.
Where do you park your car?
I was parking my car out front. I'm parking my truck too, which is like pretty distinct. It's kind of hard to miss.
Dude, that's cool. I see you open up shop. You have everything. How do you?
Well, that wasn't even the stitch company at that time. It was just it was actually called Steel City Upholstery, and it was like I was basically doing bikes, working on bikes and building bikes. And then I was doing like some upholstery, you know what I mean? Like little stuff. I really didn't have a customer base at that point.
So was that here or was that in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, no, that was here.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. What were you? Did you ever do any of this up in Pittsburgh?
No.
You moved down here. And
No, yeah, I moved to Nashville. I was working for that denim company when I first started to sew, and then I moved down here. I don't know, 4 or 5 years later. And that's when I started building the bikes.
Oh, that's tight.
Held my parents' garage hostage.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's still like oil stains on their like nice home.
You could have chose punk rock. I mean,
It's funny because my brother was in a punk rock band like throughout high school, so it's like
they were like motorcycles is alright.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that whole scene's been kind of a large part of my life, you know, still listen to a lot of like SoCal punk and
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you do you ever like send out and get anything like embroidered, like do designs on your seats or anything?
All the time.
Weird requests or anything?
Yeah, I got a weird request. Like some guy wanted his like whole vehicle to be like a tribute to his dog, and I was like, all right. Like he's like, yeah, I want like bones like embroidered on the seats and shit. And I was like, you know, like, what's your budget?
It sounds like it's gonna set you back a little bit too.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of them ones that like as he's talking, I'm just kind of like, all right. Like once I see him and he puts a deposit down, then we'll start taking this serious. I never heard from him again. I mean, he was talking about stuff where like I'm doing like quick math in my head, and I'm like, this guy's wanting to put a lot of money in this, you know, this older pickup truck.
Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of car was it?
It was like a Chevy S, I think it was an S10.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, that he was like having custom painted like with like dog stuff, like murals on the outside. I mean, that was by far the weirdest one.
Like airbrush, like I can kind of picture it.
Fucking weird.
That's weird, dude. That's like
for sure.
That's probably the weirdest. Just people that get like the shit on like shirts and stuff, and it's kind of funny for a little bit, but then you're like, all right, you're a little.
I'm trying to think of like what things I would dedicate an entire vehicle to.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything in my life that's important?
Yeah, like a whole thing.
No, I feel like if you're really like into something, like there's better ways to like represent it than like on your vehicle.
Yeah, maybe one thing on the dashboard.
Yeah,
and everything else just looks good.
Yeah.
So you set up shop in a storage unit. How was it getting like pulling customers? I mean, I can't imagine they like knew.
Yeah, I mean,
how'd you get your first?
The first couple customers I had were actually customers that I had worked with at the other shop.
Oh,
so they had unfinished projects that they came down and like I tried wrapping up or doing what I could.
Yeah.
But at that time, I mean, I was very limited on what I could do and because equipment-wise, you know what I mean? I had one sewing machine. It wasn't that great. I had like small tables to work on. I like, you know, I was still like new in the industry, you know what I mean? So the guy I worked for, very skilled, very talented guy, but he was still doing a lot of stuff, working with a lot of products and tools that were very dated, you know what I mean? So that was all I knew, you know, at the time. So that's kind of what I was working with down there. And so first couple customers was just like doing small jobs, doing some motorcycle seats, doing some stuff. And I just made sure that no matter what left, it was right. You know what I mean? Whether I was losing money on it, you know, it took me twice the amount of time. It's like when the product left, I didn't want to see it back. You know, and that's basically how I built my clientele. And it was like one person told one person, you know, that person told another person, and then next thing you know, it's snowballed into what it is now.
Yeah. Did you ever like directly approach people? Like, did you ever? There's been a couple times where I went out and like I'm saying it because like, it didn't really with video, it never really worked for me, like directly, like walking cold approach, I guess.
Yeah,
Never
like
really worked for me.
I don't know what they call that,
I guess
but
I'm
yeah.
not a good salesman. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Snake oil, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm a firm believer, just based on my experience, that like word of mouth is by far the best.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I did, when I eventually opened the stitch company and it was like a legit place, you know what I mean? Like had a business license, like was finally really doing this. I basically approached like auto parts stores, repair shops, stuff like that. Basically just handed out cards, said, hey, look, I'm here. This is what I do.
Yeah.
You know, if you got customers, you know,
Yeah.
give me a call. But other than
That's
that,
pretty simple.
no marketing whatsoever, no advertising. It's all been basically word of mouth.
No, that's good, dude. You get some big jobs too. I saw like you saw some for like Goodwill.
Yeah,
Some
just
big,
did.
Some big van for.
Yeah, they're building a mobile like unemployment help something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an RV to like help people on unemployment get jobs.
Yeah.
And they wanted like some custom seats for the front, like the captain's chairs.
Oh,
So I did them, some
Yeah.
diamonds, embroidered logo in the
Yeah.
headrest.
Yeah.
It was a fun job.
What do you like doing? What's your favorite? Like motorcycles, airplanes. What's the coolest thing that can come?
I mean, honestly, I like doing motorcycle seats. I like doing like full custom motorcycle seats just because I can start them and finish them like relatively quickly. Like once I get something in my head, it like eats at me until it's like out and I can see it, and you know, and with the motorcycle seats, it's quick. You know, it's like the turnaround's quick. It's like instant gratification almost. You know what I mean? Where some of the big projects, man, it's like there's parts in the middle that just drag, you know, like the patterning process and stuff like that, where it's like, it's not real fun. You know what I mean? It doesn't look cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you have anything that you're like kind of like a mad scientist about? Like you have like a passion project where you're like, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna mix this together, or is it all like cut and dry?
I mean, each project I do, I try to progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually it's like with my stitching, it's like trying to do something crazy, or a lot of times it's details that most people like wouldn't even notice. But for me, it's like, you know, I'm like super OCD, like when it comes to straight stitches and, you know, and the reveal on things, and it's just, and I feel like anyone in this industry that's like, you know, relatively talented and successful, they're all like that. Like the other guys that like have shops that like I look up to, like you can tell those dudes are like the same way. You know what I mean?
I mean, with anything, like the small details, you know, bother you, you know.
For sure.
You don't want anybody to like especially like a customer, like pick it out or something.
For sure. And
I mean,
they never do.
Probably not a big deal at all.
They never
Like,
notice, you know.
They just get to you and stuff like that.
But for me, it's like it's the elephant in the room. The
Yeah.
stitch I can see that's like slightly off, or like something that's.
Yes. Is that still going? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm so worried. I'm always worried about them. Where do you like? You said you're getting a lot busier. Where do you see see yourself expanding? Getting like a bunch of people together?
I don't know.
Yeah. Just grinding out. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I enjoy where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? I mean, first and foremost, not having to answer to nobody. You know what I mean? But like, I enjoy it being just me. I can control the quality. I don't know. I mean, I've thought about bringing someone in or getting an apprentice, and it's probably going to eventually happen. But like I said, man, I just enjoy it being just me in there. You know, I get people come in all day, they're like, is it just you in here all day? I'm like, yeah, like me and Spotify.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't get bored. You don't like miss working around.
Nah. I mean, occasionally, like I'll go next door and I'm like, hey, like fellow humans, you know,
what's
like
up? I'm still here.
I'll like go over and talk to some people, like just about random stuff. But I mean, other than that, man, I like being, when I start working and I mean, I like just being focused and no distractions, and which I get distractions because it's just me, so I have to stop when customers come in and whatnot. But I don't know. I like it the way it is, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you think about like doing like I don't know what kind of product you would do, but like doing like an online like product or anything. Like
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. It's
yeah, embroidery or anything.
no, I mean the way it would be like, and it's just like it's like two separate animals. Like there's already shops that are doing this stuff, and it's just like your setup, the setups are totally different. You know what I mean? People that are doing production stuff,
Yeah,
they got like, it's more, not sweatshop, but
there's an assembly line.
yeah, there's like multiple people at machines that are sewing, and there's multiple people patterning, and then there's like some people probably doing like packing and shit, people taking orders. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple companies that do exchange programs, like you send them your seat and they either recover that one or they keep your seat and they have a core that they send you. Mainly for Harley Davidsons, there's like, 4 or 5 models they do, and they seem like they do well, but
Yeah.
it's two different animals, you know what I
might as
mean?
well keep on.
Right.
Yeah.
I stay extremely busy and enjoy what I do, and it's just
Yeah. I feel that.
why switch it up now?
Yeah. Do you get a lot of like hot rods, car guys in there, like getting?
Yeah, more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one coming in next month, and I'm gonna start on full interior, 35 Buick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
That's what we
sweet,
need to
man.
record, man. That's what we need to get on film.
Yeah,
something like that.
it'll be in the shop for quite some time, probably a
Yeah.
month or two.
What's the coolest like car or bike you've worked on? Like,
Man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I worked on a bunch of cool stuff at the shop I worked at before. I mean, recently, I did a BMW 2002, a 73, which is
Yeah.
like just super cool. Did a full interior on that. I mean, I've had some cool muscle cars in recently, like a GTO, a Chevelle, different things. Usually it's small jobs, you know what I mean? No full interiors like the BMW was.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I make most of my money off of like the middle of the road, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
convertible tops is like
Mhm.
most lucrative, I feel.
yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I
This
do
is
a
like the
lot of
first time,
tops.
yeah.
Mercedes, I do a lot of
Yeah.
Mercedes tops, Mercedes seat repairs. Mercedes tops are, you want to test a human's patience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give them a CLK convertible top to install and just watch them melt
Yeah. How long
down.
does it take to finish that?
I mean, they're 12 hours.
Yeah.
That's what they pay, yeah.
Dang, dude. Yeah.
And it was crazy because when I first started, like I had done like 1 or 2 tops, and this is kind of like how I got started, was like each job I took on, I was like, yeah, so like the way it all started was like each job I took on, it seemed like I wasn't like experienced with, or like I wasn't sure I could do it, but I would take it on and I would take my time, like I said, whether I was losing money or making money on it, and that's really how I learned to do all these things. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much self-taught. Like I said, I learned the basics from that guy I was working for that I apprenticed with. But other than that, I mean, it's literally just been taking on jobs that I wasn't comfortable taking on and finishing them. And then the next time it would get a little easier. And then the next time it would get a little easier. And, and I had good support. I mean, there were many times where, I'd be installing a convertible top on something and I'd come home, you know what I mean? And I'd tell my fiance, I'd be like, dude, this thing's got me beat. You know what I mean? She'd be like, has a convertible top ever beat you? You know what I mean? I'm like, no, it hasn't. She's like, well, then get your ass back down to the shop. You know what I mean? Fucking put that top on. Give me some Dillard's money.
That's cool. She's like, don't even come home till it's
Yeah,
done.
don't even come home. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, fuck, like I got to go back down and finish this convertible top. You know what I mean? And then like I'd get back down there and I'd be like, yeah, like I can do this.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, they're tedious, man. I get a lot of tops just because there's only like 1 or 2 other places in town that do them.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Competition.
For sure. And then I've started to get a lot of dealer work where dealers send me like cars like that they get in, like whether they have like a collision shop or whatever, they send me down, stuff to do seats on or convertible tops or fix stuff.
That's cool. Did you ever
Yeah.
think about doing like custom like designing furniture or like going back to fashion or something?
Nah, dude.
Or just left it behind.
You know, like the furniture, there's a lot of money to be made in the furniture industry.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just not my thing. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I don't
Yeah.
enjoy the outcome. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's still rewarding
Yeah.
when you reupholster something, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I feel like
Design's a little bit different.
automotive, like motorcycle and airplane upholstery is like
Mhm.
it's like, I feel like it's the top.
It's the
Top
best
tier.
like,
Yeah, like I'd be going
like,
backwards, I
craft-wise,
feel,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
But furniture's dope. I got a buddy that does furniture down 544, and he doesn't, you know, he just stays busy, man.
Yeah,
Putting like
yeah.
beachy prints on like housewives' couches.
Oh, I bet.
You know what I mean? Like 500 a pop for a couch.
Hotel, yeah, hotel
Damn.
industry, yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of those, the sleeper sofas, you know what I mean? I guess they're like super expensive, and
What's
when
that?
they wear out, like in the condos, you know, the bed, the fold-out beds.
One
Yeah,
beds.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're like they're more, you know, it's
Yeah.
easier to recover them than it is to replace
Yeah,
them.
just pop those suckers out.
Brandon actually reupholstered our couch.
I did, dude.
Did you?
I'll send you pictures later. It
Really?
looks
Looks
horrible.
Looks super, super good.
Yeah, the
It is
DIY upholstery still like is like,
Yo, we bought this couch sections. What is
They're
it?
sectional couch.
Sectional for like $50, and like
Yeah.
there's two huge ass holes ripped in it.
Yeah,
Like
the girls
put,
like dog
yeah,
ripped the couch.
ripped
up.
it. I,
what you did is like cover,
I
tuck
cut
the corners.
Dude, I cut open like a pillowcase for the fabric. I made like this like ugly ass like patch on it. But I did it right. I took the cushions off. I turned it inside out. Used a sewing machine, and I
Yeah.
patched that bitch up.
Yeah, then flip it back.
Yeah, there's not shit coming out of our couch.
I don't even know how to sew. I do not have that ability.
Dude, I
We'll
like
get you
it.
behind the
That's-
machine.
That's why I like it so much, because sewing is like, it's cool. Like
For
I
sure.
like fashion, like seamstress work. I
For
like
sure.
watch those videos I sent you. You know,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
tailors doing jack and stuff, and it
Yeah,
blows
that's
my mind.
for
People
sure.
that do that, you know.
Yeah, that industry's cool. You ever see like people that make shoes still? Like,
Yeah, dude. Well, not too many. I don't know anybody. It's just like
Cobbler?
it's
yeah,
cool,
cobbler,
man.
Yeah,
dude.
I honestly wouldn't even know. Like, do they have those around here, or is it like just? in, like,
Yeah, I
Sweden
mean, there's
or
people that
Germany?
fix shoes. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
like you know, designing and creating custom shoes, but
Yeah,
yeah, those people. It's cool to watch that. All the different
Yeah.
machines they use.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I mean, it's just one of those. It's one of those industries where like, literally taking the human element out is going to be so difficult.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
where
there's-
other industries where like, say for instance, like a new car today. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like a lot of that shit's done by robot. You know what I mean? They've taken the
Mhm.
man out of painting. You know, a robot paints it, a robot assembles it, a robot does. Well, the upholstery is still hand sewn.
Yeah. I feel like there's a
You
lot
know?
of things that you can't do that to.
You can't. There's just too much. Like, I mean, to
Yeah.
create a robot, I feel to like, it would be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the human element. I mean, I just feel like it's always going to be there
Yeah. I think it's good to find something like that.
for sure.
Like definitely, something where you're not gonna be replaced by a machine.
Right. Somewhere where like I can literally pack up both my sewing machines and go anywhere in the U.S., set up shop, and
Yeah.
and live relatively comfortably.
Yeah, man. That's
As long as I got my hands, like no one cuts my hands off.
yeah, that's cool. I think that's something people want to pay money for too now.
Getting their hands cut off.
Yeah, that's a big thing in
Yeah.
like, Korea, dude.
I heard that. I heard people were really into that.
Really fucking tight.
Doing weird stuff.
Erotic stuff over there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's where I want to go. I want to go like Cambodia and like get into some weird shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what I want to be doing.
I mean, I don't want to do it, but I want to like do something weird.
I mean, nah, I'd like to go somewhere weird.
Yeah.
Like,
It'd be weird. What's the weirdest place you've been? Have you been like out of the country?
I mean, really, like
I don't-
Nicaragua is probably
Yeah. I haven't even been out of the country. I feel like a lame ass, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, prior to that, it was like I went to like Canada.
Canada's cool.
You know what I
I
mean?
love to go to
Canada.
Canada. I love cold.
Yeah.
Have you been to Idaho before, or is this gonna be like the first?
No, I've been to Idaho. Yeah.
So like,
Idaho's sick.
do you know
dude.
like what town they filmed Napoleon Dynamite in?
I don't.
Yeah, I should go visit that shit.
Yeah.
'Cause if I was in Idaho, it's the first thing.
First place you'd
I'm
go.
gonna go to all the places where they filmed Napoleon Dynamite.
You know, dude, that would probably be the most boring field trip.
For sure.
That town looks.
There's like way cooler stuff I feel in Idaho. To
Yeah, is there? I've just never.
So are you kidding me?
I've just never heard anything.
That movie
happening.
is like
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
like one of the most culturally significant films of all time.
Yeah,
All right.
I remember when that came out, dude.
Bro.
That's a banger.
Yeah, Idaho's cool though, man. It's like one of them places you don't think of. Like when you think of Idaho, you really don't like what comes to mind. Right?
Napoleon Dynamite. That's
Napoleon
your first
Dynamite. So we got Napoleon Dynamite over here, and then
Nothing.
Okay.
I think
State.
of Wyoming.
Yeah.
I think all the surrounding
I
states.
think
Yeah, it's
the
pretty.
Boise State's blue football field.
Boise. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. I eat a lot of those.
Mountains.
I'm very bad at nutrition.
Are there any national parks in Idaho? Like, is a glacier near there?
No,
Or is that
I don't think.
Montana?
I mean, you got Yellowstone, but that's.
Is that what is?
Yeah, this is cool though, man.
Yeah.
Who you got coming up?
I'm thinking about asking dude, I have this weird, like, I keep asking, like, surfers to come on. Like, there's a bunch of my buddies that own businesses that are also
Bro.
surfers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hear me out on this one. This one might be kind of controversial.
Dude,
You should
let's
hit
go
up.
for it.
You should hit up that dude you used to work with. That's like in trouble for like. What did he
Being
do?
a sexual predator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask
this
how
guy,
that's
like,
going for him.
I
Let's
don't
do a
even- I
podcast
don't
on
even know if I
that.
could, I don't give a shit, but like, this is kind
Dude.
of like a long story. Pretty much, I worked with the dude. We found out that was like had a lot of like, is in trouble for like pretending to be multiple people and like getting, I guess.
He catfishes women for their nudes.
But underage girls, like
Yeah.
not just like barely underage,
Yeah.
like real underage.
He's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so can you imagine just like finding out one day that you worked with somebody that was like,
No. Like underage.
yeah, bro.
It's a dude you like stomp out in the parking lot.
Yeah,
No,
right?
that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, they call him over and be like, "Hey man, we're
stomped
doing a
him out.
podcast. It's
No,
sick."
what they
And just,
did
like,
was they
snuff
had
him
a
in the parking lot.
they had a super PC conversation about it and decided to not
Yeah, dude.
do anything.
I would. I didn't agree with that. I'm on. I think we should have
Beat that kid's ass.
Yeah, just.
But we could have him come in and like, cause we want to do this thing like to catch a predator, but we have people come in that are like incels, like to catch.
Wait, that are
they're
already
incels, and we like it's like to catch an incel or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'm like, have a seat.
Let's talk to him about the weird.
I
shit
mean, that
he did.
show was epic.
Oh,
Dude,
right?
You know what I
we
mean?
watch reruns of
Oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
To Catch a
yeah.
Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen's my hero.
He's one of my favorite shows.
That's who
of all
I want
time.
to talk to. That's the reason I'm doing this, so I get this so big that Chris Hansen might come on my podcast.
Yeah, that's actually why you're here.
I loved how they like would
Have a seat.
slam these dudes down. Like whenever they went outside, he's like, "You're free to go." You know what I mean? And you could always see like one of the agents gave like an extra like elbow or knee to the back of this predator's head.
That's
Oh,
the best
yeah,
part.
all
because
right.
There's always the flip, and then they'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm like the Catch a Predator," and they'd be like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here."
Yeah,
And
for
chase them
sure.
Down with the fucking.
He like grabs the
gaggle.
watermelon vodka and runs. He's like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not gonna name names, but back in Illinois, I worked at a hardware store with a man who was on To Catch a Predator.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know our history. Of
His
working
episode kind of sucked though, cause like he didn't get to meet Chris Hansen, cause he like walks. You see him walk in the house, and like he sees like one of the camera crew, like you just see him like see through like one of the rooms, and then he like looks back, and then he just fucking runs out the door.
No shit.
And then
knows,
they
dude.
tackled his ass.
No shit.
knows.
Yeah, it's like you never know, man, who these like
Yeah.
creeps are.
Yeah, I don't know what our history is of working with like sexual
I don't
predators.
know. This
Yeah.
dude was pretty fucking weird.
Damn, dude. Yeah, but like next 2 weeks, I'm gonna ask one of my buddies who does. He has like a CNC machine, and he does like. But he started off working, building like these really nice like woodwork boom boxes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're real cool, man. But he does that, and he does like a lot of like really cool woodwork. So
Oh, that's sick.
I'm gonna get him on here and have
Yeah.
him talk about building like his. He has a lot of like cool ideas of
Yeah.
like where he wants to go and what he wants to make. So
Yeah.
helping him out with video work too. So
For sure.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
usually my surfer friends, and it's usually people I'm like helping with the video or something.
Right. Yeah.
That's what we're starting off with.
Well, I like that it's like small business and kind of like learning the what they went
Yeah.
through and
I'm gonna ask Jeff to come back on from Hero.
Yeah, yeah.
See if he'll
Jeff's
come help
cool
me
dude,
out.
man.
He's super cool.
Yeah.
Did you get any work recently?
Yeah, I've been working on my leg.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going back in and getting some more work.
Yeah,
also
the
been
leg's
working on my
awful.
leg.
Yeah, leg day, bro.
Yeah, leg
No, I
day.
meant like that tattoo I had going on my
Oh
leg.
yeah, Sammy has some sick DIY
Yeah,
tattoos.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
cool.
straight stick and poke.
They're not sick at all. One of them literally says "the" and then there's an F.
The F.
That is it.
Yeah.
The
Sick.
needle is too
Like a
dull.
work in progress, or it's done.
No, it's not done at
Oh,
all.
okay.
The needle is too dull, and I was pretty drunk, so like, I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Our
work on this
work
one
consists
later.
of us having friends with machines,
Yeah.
and then us drinking, and then saying, "Hey, let's
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was just
yeah,
with
well,
let's tattoo ourselves."
Yeah.
And-
this
yeah.
was just with a sewing needle though.
That was with the Sony.
I was like a hand
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
You got a hand job?
we don't make
Yeah,
good
hand
decisions.
job. Old-fashioned.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that sounds
Don't-
awful.
don't-
Sounds
Every
awful.
time you go get tatted, don't you get it? Isn't that what they
Is that not
No,
part
that's
of
a
it?
negative.
Have
Yeah.
it?
Nah, there's no rub and tugs at Hero.
party
Damn,
foul,
bro,
dude?
Yeah.
you go to the wrong shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we got coming up. Hopefully it works out. I'm hoping this like kind of gets at least locally. I want like business owners to like kind of want to come and like talk
Yeah, yeah,
and like
for
get
sure.
their name out there like
For
on
sure.
the Grand Strand.
I think it's cool because it allows people like the listener to be like, hey, look, like if this dude could do it, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when I started my business, I had no clue how to run a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't like open a business up like knowing how to run a business. I had run businesses before. Like I just had an idea that like I did some like pretty decent work and I treated people well and like maybe
Yeah.
I'd be able to. And it's, you know, I try to motivate people all the time that are like, you know, that are talking about starting businesses. Like, look, man, like you just got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's tough to make that jump and be all in, but
Yeah.
you know, worst case scenario, you go get a job somewhere else. You know what I mean? And best case scenario, you don't have to answer to someone for the rest of your life.
Yeah, especially here, there's always like a job you can do. So,
For
like,
sure.
For
sure.
Any advice you have for somebody that's like trying to get over that? Because like I'm still in the beginning works of mine, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you just have to get to a place where you're ready to, you know, to fully commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, I got to a place where like, you know, I went through a lot of stuff, you know, for years where like I was miserable. You know what I mean? I partied too much and like I got to this place where like I was like just sick of being a bum. You know what I mean? And like and it was like all in or it was like nothing. You know what I mean? And like I started to make some changes in my life and I got to this place where I was like, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean? I saw other people successfully running businesses that were like, I don't want to say less intelligent than me because that's kind of a weird way to put it, but I just saw people that like were running businesses. I'm like, man, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was my like, I never thought of that before. I thought of like business owners as like, they're all super smart and they know exactly what they're doing and they were raised with a father that owned business.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. My experience, most of
Yeah.
the friends I have that own businesses locally, same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just like, they didn't know what they were doing. They took the plunge and
Yeah.
when you go all in, it's so much easier to make it work. Until
Yeah,
I
you
was
have
all
to.
in, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I dabbled before with like the idea of starting something,
Mm-hmm.
but I always had a second job and I always, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally once I just like put all my eggs in one basket,
Yeah.
you know, it's paid off.
I feel like another big thing is like to do something instead of trying to juggle a bunch of different things.
For sure.
Focus on like your main craft. you
Yeah,
know?
I struggled with that early on.
Yeah.
I struggled with saying no. You know what I mean? Like I would
Yeah.
get work that would come in, and I had a problem with saying no because when I first started, I didn't know when my next dollar was going to come. You know what I mean? So like I would take every job that came in,
Yeah.
and then it got to a point where like I had to start focusing just on some specific things. You know what I mean? And it's tough to tell someone like, hey, look, I don't want your money.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
in other words.
I don't want your money, man.
Yeah.
Get outta
Yeah.
here.
There's ways you word it. Like it's
Yeah.
funny when I first started, like I would like didn't know what to say to customers or how to like, you know, say you didn't want to do stuff and then you just learn ways to kind of softly.
Yeah, customer service.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've worked in customer service for a while,
Yeah.
while now.
I mean, you treat
gotta
people
do
right, man. It's like
Yeah.
that's the the key for me to running this business has been like treating people right, fair prices, and doing what I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't waiting on their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and that's, I feel like people will pay a little extra when they know that the quality is going to be good and they know it's going to be done in a timely manner.
Yeah.
And they trust
good.
you. They trust that you're not gouging them on price.
Yeah, I feel like that's when the whole word of mouth comes in. You actually
sure.
get like you're sought after.
For sure.
But that's a good feeling once you finally get to the point where people are approaching you and be like, "Yo, I heard you do this," and
right, because those people don't trust me. Like,
Yeah.
the word of mouth is like, they trust the person telling them. It's like their buddy, you know what I mean? Who's like, yeah, dude did like sick job on this, and price was right, and they're like, oh, okay. So instantly they're sold. They're convinced that you're going to treat them right, and then that's the word of mouth thing.
That's how you do it.
For sure.
That's cool, man.
So you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jump in. I think
it's tough, man.
Yeah,
it's
I
tough.
think the hard part is quitting your day job. And
Absolutely.
focusing on,
Absolutely. But if you look statistically, if you look at successful businesses, that's how they did it, man.
Yeah,
They
I'm kind of
jumped all
lazy
in.
though, dude. I'm probably in that same point, like right when you started.
Yeah.
My problem
You
is
still got a couple years of partying left.
Yeah, I was about to
you
say,
know
I'm
what I mean?
not 100% ready to give up
I'm trying though, but like we have
Give
people
up all
who
the-
come.
all the drugs and women and
Yeah,
money
you gotta,
and fast cars.
you gotta blow through all that. You know what I mean? Run your life into the ground.
Yep.
Once you run your life into the ground, I mean, then it's like you're not afraid to do anything. You know what I mean?
It's hard, dude, because we have people come over to our house, and then I'm like, you want to drink a beer? I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy. We've never had friends before, and then
I literally
So
until Sammy moved here and became my roommate, I had like 0 friends, and then pretty social now. We get out there.
yeah, we get out there and be.
My problem is
we had friends in high school.
Yeah. Well, I meant when I moved here.
Yeah, you just became a.
I became a nerd when I came to South Carolina. My problem is I'm lazy as shit. Like, I like to, if I don't have to do anything that day, I like to sleep in till noon.
Yeah, I will be doing.
So.
Well, that's because you were like partying the night before.
Yeah, something like that. I'll stay up all night.
Yeah.
If it's like for something good or not, but
I mean,
I gotta get past that and like start, get on a sleep schedule.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. Like I said, you're just gonna have to.
Yeah.
Party your life into the ground. Hopefully, it doesn't take you too deep.
I'm trying, man. I tried cocaine for the first time last week.
Sick.
This is the worst.
Sick.
hangover I ever had in my life.
That was not from the cocaine.
I always pictured like the Dewey Cox. You ever see that movie where he opens the closet and he's like, "It's called cocaine. Turns all your bad feelings into good feelings. It's terrible." You know what I mean? He's like,
You don't want none of this, do you?
yeah, that's what I pictured.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's how it is. As long as you're having fun,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's how old are you?
26.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't start this till I was 29. I really didn't start looking at like the fact that I was going to need something to like provide for my family in the future. You know what I mean? I was just like my goals were so short term, and as I got older, I feel like when I got close to like the 30 mark, I'm like, fuck, like I need to make moves.
Yeah. That's good, dude. I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah,
Getting
man.
real busy. I guess that's the best thing you could ask for is just
For sure.
stay busy,
I know, and it's like I complain occasionally about like being too busy or like and it's like, man.
Yeah, what is it?
What a luxury problem to have.
When you're busy, you're always working, and when you're not busy, you're never working again.
Yeah.
Some bullshit like that. Just
Yeah, oh yeah.
mental things
It's
you go
nice
through.
to finally not have like I went through years of like where like it would be like this, the phone ringing, you know what I mean? Like I would have a bunch of work and then like the phone would stop ringing for a week and I'd be like, fuck, dude, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Is it ever gonna start ringing again? You know what I mean? Is that it? Did word spread? Did someone's seat come apart and they're fucking you know what I mean? They bashed me on like the Myrtle Beach like Facebook page.
Everybody's talking
Like
shit.
fuck,
man.
dude, it like caught fire. Like I didn't plug the heat seater in properly. It's like, and then the phone would ring again, and then like it's just like, man, it's like stressful times. But now like the consistency of it is finally starting to mellow out.
It's kind of how I am with
I mean,
videos
honestly,
and stuff.
you might be hearing from us soon because when we get this van,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
these vans going.
I want
Help
to
you
get
out.
Slut Wagon like embroidered into all the seats.
Yeah, that'd be
'Cause
sick.
that's
We
what
want
we're
like
gonna
an
put on.
18 van, dude.
My embroidery guy would like love that. It'd be so funny. I'd be there, be like, yeah. So we got a new project, Slut Wagon,
It's the
possibly.
slut-
You got a
it's-
good font for that?
It's the Slut
We
Wagon.
want like the very 70s font.
There's gonna be a dirty couch.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
back
The
there.
font I always recommend is like the trucker jacket.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean? Like the
Yeah.
fur-lined denim jacket font.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to get jackets.
I
too.
did my nephew like a leather or a denim coat whenever like after he was born that has a Stitch Company logo and it's got his name and that like trucker font on it.
Yeah,
Fucking
dude.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Love
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'd get ready to do some more merch. Just I got some new logos coming out for Stitch Co.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I may need some help on some like editing of the logo.
Yeah, how's the logo? Are you still trying to get like a new logo going?
Yeah, I got something in the works. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's sort of like traditional tattoo artwork, kind of
Okay, cool.
incorporated into
Yeah, man.
the Stitch Co font. But
I still need to focus more. Because I still love doing logo and design work, but you know,
yeah,
really
it's fun,
haven't
man.
been able to do it. You know?
For sure.
So I think it'd be fun to sit down and draw.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
yeah. I had that first logo, the Stitch Co logo, the main
circle.
one. Yeah. That was sweet. My buddy Dan Brown, PA, helped me design that.
Oh yeah.
Does graphic
dude.
design. Yeah,
Yeah.
that turned out sick.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask those guys to be on this once eventually, because he has the design cipher.
Nah,
Danny Brown.
nah.
Fuck.
He's out of he
I'm
lives in
thinking of-
Pittsburgh. Yeah, he lives in Pittsburgh.
He's in
I just
Pittsburgh?
had no clue. Like I had some ideas that I gave him, and then he just kind of put it into a format that
Yeah.
that I could send off to have shirts made. When
Oh,
I
okay.
originally like got the logo and was gonna make a sign, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
Dude,
dig
that
logo.
hoodie you gave me, I wear that all the time.
Yeah, those
That's
are
cool.
sick.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm trying to get some patches made with my.
I saw that video where you're like pouring a beer from the upstairs.
Oh yeah, dude.
Pour?
We're doing long pour. Like, have you seen Beer Fest?
Nah.
We're trying to do like all the beer challenges off of Beer
You
Fest.
should definitely watch Beer Fest because it's a great.
Beer Fest, you should definitely watch. Like Super Troopers, same guys from
Yeah.
did Super Troopers. It's awesome.
Beer Fest, it's called.
Beer
Yeah.
Fest. They do like Das Boot. Das Boot's our favorite.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's still on Hulu. It's
Yeah.
pretty dope too. But yeah, we do like we're making the stupid videos of us just doing challenges and shit.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
Something
like, I like
stupid.
showed it to my girl. I'm like, this is never gonna work. She's like, yeah, it's fucking not gonna
It's
work.
not,
You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
really, like, fun.
Yeah.
I got Sammy too. I just learned I'm a bad pourer.
Yeah,
We gotta work on our craft with that, you know. One day we'll make a video and something will stick and it'll go big.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's always the ones that are like just
Yeah.
just
This
random.
First episode of this got 50 views, which I was proud of that. I was
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
views on
What, the
YouTube.
one with Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick, man.
I'm hoping this one will get like.
You sent it to me and I threw it on like the speakers at the shop and I was like, I sent you a
Yeah.
message, like held my attention the whole time. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
good. Yeah, I'm just trying to have like just organic.
Yeah,
just,
he's a
you know,
cool
shoot
dude.
shit.
He's like,
Justin's real
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, he go out of his way.
Like hard not to like, you know what I mean? Like super
definitely.
nice dude.
He's a cool man.
Are we on like Apple Podcasts or anything yet?
Nah, I'm gonna wait till it gets bigger and more sought after, maybe, and then jump on.
Why?
Maybe that's not the way to do
No,
it.
it's not the way to do it at all. How are you gonna get sought after if you're not on anything?
Well, I was gonna put it on YouTube, and if people like it, I was like, all right, I'll if you guys want it, if you guys want it, I'll.
Play hard to get.
I'm waiting.
What's it on right now? YouTube?
Just YouTube, and I have the Instagram page, and
Yeah.
maybe Spotify.
Just throw the link up on
iTunes.
4chan to like some
Yeah.
obscure video service, some
Something that's not gonna be seen.
Russian.
Yeah, I'll look into
website.
that. See, that's another thing.
All you gotta do is upload it on there.
You don't have to have like a licensing, like a record label or something.
No,
Just throw it on there.
literally just throw it on there.
See, that's what I'm bad at. I used to try to be like the social media guy and like,
Yeah.
do design work and everything and video, and then I just said, fuck it, I'm just doing videos.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm just focused on that now. But I was so bad at like uploading and staying like management, like managing of online stuff.
You mean like video marketing and doing like this type of stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
taking snippets and throwing it out there.
For
and stuff
sure.
Like that. That's just
I feel like that's kind of
so
the.
tedious, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
stick.
With like stills, it's easy to kind of manipulate, and this, it's you know, being that it's all live, it's
Yeah. Like I set like a small goal. Like every time I do like a production, I like take a picture and like make a photo album for like just like my production. I can't even like stay like consistent on that, you know.
right.
I'm very like goal oriented.
Yeah.
So like my main mission is to like do this podcast and like nothing else, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Podcasts are cool though, man. You know what I mean?
There's so many, but I'm like,
For sure.
fuck it. I just want to have something where we can shoot the shit. You know,
Yeah,
talk to people.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we start gender neutral bathrooms.
Yeah, me and Sammy have one where we're actually just gonna go wild now.
Wild now. Wild now with
I
the
mean, we're not
homies.
gonna show our titties, just like on a special, but you know.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were gonna do that video series called Girls Gone Mild.
Girls Gone what?
Mild.
Mild.
Yeah, where it's like under boob.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit family friendly.
Yeah,
We're
right.
gonna have to do like the first few episodes of that because you know it's kind of hard to get girls to
Go mild.
go mild for us. We've gone an hour now, so I'll let you go. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you guys having me, man. This is dope.
Yeah, taking time out. of
Yeah,
work,
for sure. And I get to go to the DMV, like strangle
yeah.
myself in the
That's
bathroom,
that's fun, dude.
Yeah.
Wait in line
For
get
sure.
License.
get pushed around.
You should just wear a lav mic and then just go to the DMV and then we'll just
Like continue the podcast.
yeah, like the podcast just ends, but then you just kind of
For
hear the
sure.
sounds of him getting in his car.
For sure. It's like a real pushy time at the DMV, man. They're like, it's like I went in there the other day, man, and it was like, you know, like I walked in the one room, you know what I mean? The lady like looked at me like I thought she was gonna kill me, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You wait outside on X," and I'm like, "All right, like fuck, I'll wait on the X," you know what I mean? Then the one guy came in, he was like, he said, "Yeah, it's empty in there. You can go in there," and I was like, "I ain't going in there. Not until they come and pull me in. I ain't going back in that room."
X is my spot.
Yeah, X. I'm staying on the X, buddy. You can go in there. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, they always get fussy there.
Dude, it's
I'm
it's
real happy when they're
outrageous.
nice to me though. I'm like, thank you.
Dude, Verizon has like a security guard. Like last time I went
Yeah,
there, which
yeah.
I mean that was back when like
You mean out front?
yeah, like last time I went there, like I walked up, motherfuckers just like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "For phone shit, dude."
Shit,
like,
I'll go
why
home,
else-
dude. What the
Yeah.
hell?
And I was like, "Damn,
Yeah.
Yeah, weird
my
times.
phone's
Yeah,
broken."
it was weird. I'm getting looks everywhere I go. Getting looks at Walmart if my nose is not covered.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mean to be shitty. I have a big ass nose, dude.
People come in the
Can't cover
shop.
this thing up.
People come in the shop and they're like, "Do I have to wear a mask?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna wear one just because you're gross. But
Yep. That's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how I'm at work. I'm at work.
the mask thing has actually been somewhat beneficial because now I'm not self-conscious when I like smell like cigarettes and beer in the morning and like my
Yeah.
breath is terrible and I'm like, I'm just gonna throw a mask on.
I haven't
Like,
brushed my teeth in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
I just
you know?
stopped brushing my teeth like 6 years ago. It's been best.
Yeah, that'll catch up
Yeah,
too.
best decision
I'm
I've
telling
ever
you.
made. Nah,
I'm like dropping stacks at the dentist recently.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
like
nah,
all
I've
those
brushed my
years
teeth
of
too,
like
dude.
neglecting and partying. It's really
I think
No,
like
I brushed my teeth. Last time I was there, they told me I had very good oral health.
yeah.
thanks. Yeah, that's good.
The things you don't think about when you're younger.
I had to drop $1,000 at the dentist this past year.
Yeah,
so
oh, yeah, quick.
I feel you, dude.
My mom bitched at me so hard about brushing my teeth growing up that it's just like implanted in my brain.
Yeah, every single day. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. All right, I guess we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for having me.